One of the biggest challenges that you and I have when we're creating our promotional videos is the fact that we cannot question the viewer to find out precisely what it is that they want so that we can tailor our message to match what they want. Now, I know the solution to that problem and I'll share it with you. Hi, my name is Peter Thomson. I'm the UK's most prolific information product creator, and over the last 15 to 25 years I've been making videos. I've made hundreds of videos. Some of them were absolute rubbish, some of them weren't too bad, and just occasionally there was one or two that really made a difference for me and for my clients. So how do we cope with this big problem? It's actually quite simple. You know, over the last few videos I've been sharing with you the 6-stage process of selling, which is this: open, gather, present, adjust, conclude and follow. Let me say it again for you. Open, gather, present, adjust, conclude and follow. Now you'll notice, and I discussed this in some length on those videos, that the gathering stage comes before the presenting stage. So that's the challenge, isn't it, when we're doing a video? Yes, we can open, we can have a great opening that really engages somebody, we can salt it up, as it's often said, we can create curiosity. But normally, if we were in a face-to-face conversation, we'd then be saying to that person, so tell me, where are the problems? Where are the opportunities you're trying to capitalize on? What's that difficulty you've got over there that I can help you with? But of course, we can't do that with a video because it's a one-way communication. But there is a way to do it. Now, before I go any further, just so you know, there's a little extra phrase that we need to use in this process. And right at the end of today's video, I'll come back and I'll explain that to you, because then it will make sense, because it will be within context. So the way that I've found to get around this problem of the fact that we can't gather information before we present our solution is to do this, is to actually tell what you might call a war story, or an explanation of our own history, to explain the problems that we've had that we've managed to solve, and the problems, usually the same problems, that our clients had that we were able to solve for them. So we could be saying something along the lines of, when I started in business, this was my major problem, or these were my 3 problems. I used to use 3s because I like this rhythm of 3s. In fact, somebody once told me that it's one of the great rhythms to listen to. So these were the 3 problems that I had when I started, and over the years I've managed to solve those also for my clients, and my clients were these sort of people. And you see what's happening there? Not only am I describing who I'm talking to, so that resonates with the person who's watching, but I'm also explaining some of the problems. So if that resonates with them, by parallel logic, they're going to be interested in the solution that I've got for them. So parallel logic is basically, if this is true, then this is true. So if this describes you, then I know you'll be interested in this. That's classic use of parallel logic in copywriting or in video creation with the content. Now, there was a video that I created about 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was now. Yeah, it must be that long. And it was outside and inside Grand Central Station at Birmingham after it had just been completed. And I used this video in order to promote a one-day event I was doing on how to write, create and market informational products. So rather than me just talk about this, why don't I show you the whole idea I'm talking about now in process? I've edited out one little bit, which is the extra bit I'm going to come back to right at the end of this video, because it's this little phrase that if you miss it out, it makes the whole thing sound a bit silly, but when you put it in, it makes it work perfectly. So let's go and have a listen now to the video I did at Grand Central Station. And by the way, it was a really noisy environment. I was wearing a clip-on tie-clip mic rather than one that was a lot closer to me, and then I had the camera further away. So there's lots of background noise, but still my voice is coming through clearly. So let's go and have a listen to this video now. Hello there, my name is Peter Thomson. I'm delighted to welcome you to this short video. And as you can see, I'm here at Grand Central, which is the reborn New Street Station, where £750 million has been spent on revamping this whole area, creating an amazing shopping complex, this brilliant roof, which you can see that I'm under. And it just seems so right that we have this conversation here, and here's why. I want to talk to you about 3 journeys. Your journey, my journey, and a possible journey that can take together, an exciting journey. You see, when I started in what I call the helping industry, the industry of coaches, consultants, speakers and trainers over 25 years ago, I had three main problems, and these are the same problems that all the coaches, consultants, speakers and trainers I've helped over the last 25 years said that they've had too, and here they are. I needed more clients without spending a fortune in money, which I didn't have to get them. I needed more cash, and I needed more time for both myself and my family. And I cracked the code, and here it is. So there you can see exactly what I was talking about. I described the three problems that I'd had at the start of my new career in the helping industry, and said that these were the same problems that my clients had. And therefore I went on in the video to say, if you've got those same problems, then come and spend a day with me and I can help you solve them. Now, what about this extra little bit? That's the important bit that we need to put in. Again, I've edited part of the video, and so let me play that for you now, and you can hear what happens when I talk about these problems. It's the little expression I use just at the end. I had three main problems, and these are the same problems that all the coaches, consultants, speakers and trainers I've helped over the last 25 years said that they've had too before they worked with me. There you've got it. That is the expression. Before they worked with me. If we don't put that bit in, it sounds like our clients have still got these problems even though they've been working with me. So we need to be really careful if we're going to use this idea and say, when I started first in business, the problems that I had was that I needed more cash, I needed more clients, I needed more time, if it's those three. And you'll know this by knowing the sort of people that you help and what their problems are. And that was the same for my clients that I've been helping over the last 25 years before they worked with me. So really important to put that bit in there. So I hope all of that has made sense for you. That is the great way that we're able to effectively gather in the 6-stage process of selling. Remember, it's open, gather, present. As Tony Alexander said, a famous speaker in America, prescription before diagnosis is malpractice. So we need to do the diagnosis first, or in other words, we need to do the gathering stage before we present our solution. So we know what our problems are, we know what our clients' problems are, we know how we've helped people in the past, and that's how we're positioning using video. So I hope you can take these ideas away and use them. I certainly use them all of the time. They're really powerful. That video has been really successful for me. And so I wish you every success in all your adventures in life, as you have freedom from anything that may have held you back, and freedom to be, do and have whatever you set your heart and mind upon. If you've got any questions at all or any comments, then put them down there and let me know. If I can help you in any way, then there's an email address coming up across the screen now, success@peterthomson.com. And if there's a variety of different things that you need help with, let me put up one of my documents in my Encompass service for you, so you can see the sort of things that I'm able to help you with. And you can always drop me an email, and then one of my colleagues will arrange for me and you to have a conversation. So I enjoy putting all of these together for you, especially when I've got to add all sorts of bits and pieces. Please take them away and use them. They really do work. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Then click to watch the next video. Remember to visit our website at peterthomson.com and download your free copy of my latest book, How to Write Your Business Book in 5 days or less. Until next time, every success.